Beloved, welcome back to the shop. In today's video, we're going to talk a little bit about how do you produce your own power if and when the power grid goes down. Now, the media tells us that we're on the verge of World War III. The media tells us how vulnerable our power grid is. Some of us who live in rural areas know exactly what this is like because the power is off continually. One thing that I learned when we were doing disaster relief for Hurricane Helene last month was, my goodness, the importance of having your own power system, some way you can generate power regardless of the grid. Today we're going to be covering some EcoFlow units, and the reason I'm doing this video is because there are some really smoking deals right now for Black Friday. 29 up to 40% off of these big ticket items. So I know we featured the whole home units, we featured the Big Delta Pros. That is outside of the reach of a lot of people. What I'm going to be sharing with you today is going to be affordable. It's going to get down below inside the $1,000 mark where you can have a completely independent power supply. I'm going to pick my favorite two, share them with you, and how I use them. So let's start with the EcoFlow River 3. This is where I would start. This is the first thing that I would buy. This is my full self-contained comms kit. If the grid goes down, this is the way I'm going to be set up. This is the way I carry it. This is where you start. The EcoFlow River 3. This is on sale right now, almost 40% off. It's $159 on Amazon. I'll put a link on this for the Black Friday special. This gives you 300 up to 600 watts of power, USB-Cs, 100, cigarette lighter, and then AC adapters right there. Completely solar chargeable as well. This will fast charge in 1 hour. So if you're running a generator and you're using this for backup, this is how I'm going to use it. Starlink. The Starlink was one of the most important things in the Hurricane Helene. It gave the people ability to communicate with loved ones. This unit right here is going to run my Starlink as well as all my batteries. I've got my digital radios, I've got my three-man pack, or my three radio pack, I've got my man pack right here. All of that's going to charge. This is what we're going to be using for electronics. Radios, satellite, cell phones, this is going to handle it. Solar rechargeable and quick charging within 1 hour. So if you've got a generator running or you can get access to one, you can top this thing off in 1 hour. What's cool about the River 3 is this is something that you can use now. Mrs. Debbie and I are going to be driving up to Spokane tomorrow. We'll take this with us. I always take this with us to have extra power to charge cell phones. You got a 100-watt USB-C charger, you've got A's there, you got your power point, and you got your AC adapter. So for example, like this is my man pack. This is my big watt radio that Evan at Radio Made Easy made for me. Now this has an internal battery. This will run for a fair amount of time. However, it will go down, and now I've got the capacity to charge this. So I can be charging up my man pack here. Let's turn this on. I know everybody likes to see all the gadgets right there. So we're running our radios, we're charging our phone, and then, well, let's just do it. We can hook up our Starlink. This right here is a real world scenario of how I would be using the little River 3. We're running Starlink off of it. We're charging the battery for our man pack. This is a powerful radio right here. Also, we're charging our phone. The whole thing's pulling about 40 to 50 watts. That's going to run for, close to 5 hours like that. And that's a real world scenario. That's a very useful item to have. Plus, the app is cool. So most of the apps with these things, these companies, are not very good, but EcoFlow is one of the few that is really, really good. You just have a lot of control. We can see right there, we're pulling 8 watts out of our AC. So right there, that's what's charging our man pack. We're pulling 30 watts, 37 from the DC. That's going to be the Starlink, and then the 8 watts for the cell phone. This little unit, the River 3, is a great place to start. I have been working with EcoFlow for a long time. This is the 3rd generation of the Rivers, and they're getting smaller, more powerful, and lighter, and better build quality. This is very compact with a built-in handle. Simple solar charging. You can put your solar charger, so you could run a solar panel on this and it will just continue to charge. So you could have unlimited power, as well as the AC adapter. Again, fast charging in 1 hour. So grab and go, take it with you. You'll use it daily, use it camping for everything, and it can be pushed into service for bigger things. But if you want more of a home solution, a little more permanent one, we're going to step up to the next size. The second really enticing deal is on the Delta 3 Plus. This little beauty right here weighs 27 pounds. And as my manservant, Mr. Jariah, says, this one's the sweet spot. We basically built the cabin with this little unit and its extra battery. Oh yes, it's expandable. This guy right now, the Delta 3 Plus, is 28% off. Normally this one is $900 as it sits. It's now $649. This is 1,024 watt hours on this, or 1,800 watt output. That's going to be very similar to a Honda 2000. We can run everything off of here. We run our vacuum cleaners, our large power tools. This is an excellent unit. Now you're getting into something that will receive a ton of solar panel. This guy here, hello mama, right here will receive 2 of the EcoFlow solar arrays. So you can have this thing charged up in no time. If you hook this up to your generator with the fast charge, this will go from 0 to 100% in under an hour. I think it's like 56 minutes, give or take. But what you have here is you've got that 1,800 watts output. You've got the 140 watt USB-C chargers. Now this is what you're going to need to run modern day computers. Like my new Mac requires 140 watts. There's 2 of these here. And then your fast charge on your regular A's. You got 6 AC outlets right here, grounded and non-grounded. And this unit is compact. The case, the build quality of everything, every generation, they just get better and better and quieter. You've got USB power point out right here. So if you got a cigarette adapter, barrel connectors, and these are your inputs. You come in with solar, you come in with AC. Again, this will charge up in about an hour, but the cool part is you can expand this. What I mean by expand is you can double the capacity with the EcoFlow battery unit. This is essentially going to double the capacity of this unit. What's so cool about this is that if you invest in the Delta 3, so you get this for $649, you're getting a robust system. But if you want to expand, you're not buying something that's going to be obsolete. You don't have to throw it away or resell it to buy something bigger. You can double the capacity with this extra battery, and it's really simple to use. This at 27 pounds is easy enough to carry around with you. You can travel with it, but with the 2 of them here, you know, now if you have an apartment or a smaller building and you want to have the capabilities, or double your capabilities, now we've essentially just doubled our capacity. As Jariah said, the Delta 3 Plus really hits a sweet spot. It's expandable. You can put a ton of solar into it. You take this unit right here, the Delta 3 Plus, that's currently on sale for $649. You add a 400 watt solar panel on top of this, plugs right in the back. Now you've got a serious unit. You've got 1,800 watts of output. This is going to run all of your major appliances. Really, it comes down to this. If you don't need 240 and you just need 110, man, this is going to run a lot of stuff. This is going to give you all the capabilities of the River, plus much, much more. Fast charging, and to be able to recharge it so quickly 3 ways, from solar, from your car, from your AC adapter in an hour or so, it's tremendous. You invest in this, you want a little bit more capacity, this can be expanded. Now you're adding a battery pack, and you've got a unit that's going to be more portable. The big Delta Pros, as nice as they are, they're pretty big. You're not moving them around too much. And we tend to be grabbing this one because we can grab this easily. It comes in 2 pieces. We can lock it together. And as I said, we basically finished the inside of the cabin using the Delta 3 Plus. This is a nice unit and it's priced really good right now. I know, you know, this is an easy sell for me because I've been using these items for many years now. I have not used my gas generators since I've had the EcoFlow products. I mean, if I have, I don't recall. Maybe you find a video where I rolled it out, but we use these on the daily, my whole family. It's changed our life. They're fast charging, they're quiet, and we don't have to deal with all the maintenance. I don't have to listen to the generator, and they're just fabulous units. This is something that you want to have. If you don't see the need for this, man, I don't know what to tell you, because the power grid that we live on, it's perilous. It's very, very vulnerable. And to have the ability to charge your essential items, to run your radios, how about a Starlink? What would that be worth to you if you were cut off from civilization and for lack of a 400 watt solar panel or a 200 watt solar panel, You know, this unit right here with 400 watts of solar, you could have this for under $1,200 right now. And that gives you 400 watts of solar, the 1,800 watts output, and a real legitimate item. This is going to keep your food. You know, we buy beef. We buy half, sometimes full beef. We put them in refrigerators and freezers. What would that cost to replace if the power went out? And how long is that going to stay cool? What if your power's out for a week? What if your generator conks out? So these really pair nicely with generators because you're going to have your generator running, not all the time, but you can charge these up and then you can have a reserve. So you can run your household appliances without having to have that generator screaming all the time, which just wears you out and it just is hard on the equipment. So I wanted to do this video to highlight my favorite of the smaller EcoFlow items, the River 3 and the Delta 3 Plus. I know a lot of you have had them in your shopping cart for a long time. You're not going to find a better sale than the Black Friday sale. They do this every year and it's pretty good. So jump in there, take advantage of that while it lasts. And I'll put links to these items down below. If you have any questions, I'll be in the comments. I always encourage our friends at EcoFlow to come in and answer comments. You know, maybe you might even see them there, but this is a good company. They're making good products and I love to see the innovation. I've been with them for years now and we use their stuff on the daily and it's good. And one final thing, I never mentioned this and they never asked me to. When we went to Tennessee to help with the hurricane relief, I called up or we sent an email to EcoFlow and said, could you send us some units? Could you send anything to help? And they said, absolutely, we'll get it right out. They sent a full pallet, a whole bunch of stuff, Delta Pro 3s, the big ones, portable solar units, and just sent those out, no questions asked, to help with the relief effort. And someone in Tennessee right now is really grateful to have those, their own solar standalone system, and I wanted to shout out to them because I thought that was very kind of them. They didn't have to do it, and they didn't ask for any credit. They just said, where do you want them sent? No problem, we'll send them out, and they went out immediately. So that's the type of company they are, and that's why we work with them, because we have for years, and we are very proud to be a part of the EcoFlow family. And I love to see the products, and we use them on the daily, and I stand behind them. They're excellent, excellent products. Thank you for watching. May God bless you and your families. Please keep us in your prayers, and we'll see you all on the next video.